Now the next one, still using the discriminant of the quadratic equation, and this time they're either going to say, well, what value would give me one solution, two solutions, or no solutions? So positive numbers, I would want to say greater than 0. If I have one solution, equal to 0. And if I want negative answers, I'd have to say less than 0. So in this case, I'm finding all the values of j, which happens to be right here. It's part of my c value, for which we have one real solution. If we have one real solution, our discriminant has to be exactly equal to 0. So b squared minus 4ac equals 0. My a value is 2, my b value is 6, and my c value is that whole weird thing there, minus 4j. So I'm going to have 6 squared minus 4 times 2 times negative 4j equals 0. And then I'm going to solve that equation. So 6 squared is 36. Negative 4 times 2 times negative 4j is going to be positive 32j. So I'm going to subtract my 36. 32j equals negative 36, and I'm going to divide by 32. J is going to be equal to, and if I simplify that fraction, I would get negative 9/8. So this one you do have to type the whole thing in, because sometimes you'll have a greater or a less, or in this case we had the equal. So on the next one it says find all the values of k for which the quadratic equation has two real solutions. If it has two solutions, we know that it has to be a positive number. So we know b squared minus 4ac has to be greater than 0. A is going to be 4, b is going to be negative 5, and c is going to be 3k. Negative 5 squared minus 4 times a is 4 times c is 3k has to be greater than 0 in order to make that a true statement. So solving that, we would get minus 48k is greater than 0. Next thing you might want to do is subtract the 25. Sounds good. So negative 48k is greater than negative 25. And then we're going to divide by our negative 48, so we end up with k is less than 25/48. I don't think you can reduce that down, and so that's going to be my answer. So again, if we have an inequality and we divide by a negative, we end up flipping our sign. So we had one where it said one real solution, where we said, I almost drew underneath there, where we said it equal to 0. Two real solutions, we said greater than 0. The third one, it's going to say no solution. So number 12, if I'm finding the value of h for which the quadratic equation has no solution, then the b squared minus 4ac would have to be a negative number, so would have to be less than 0. So those are the three ways you're going to have to see those to set those up. And so a is going to be 2, b is going to be 7, and c is going to be 2h. So 7 squared minus 4 times 2 times 2h is less than 0. So solving that, we would get 16/8 is less than 0 then. If we're going to solve that, we would do what next? Subtract your 49 would work. So negative 16/8 is less than negative 49. And then of course we're going to divide. And so our answer is going to be h is greater than 49/16. All right.